Welcome back to Euphoric Consciousness, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm having a fantastic day. I'm making some money. Currently, I'm doing some painting, but I thought I'd just make a quick video for you guys, talk to you guys about what's been on my mind, and that is simply how to transmute negative energy into positive energy. So, the way I like to think about this, in a sense, is like a punching bag, right? So when you're exerting some kind of force into something else, it's an energy exchange essentially. So when you give off that extra force of a punch or a kick or whatever it is that you're doing, that energy is being exerted into the other item that is taking the hit, right? And that makes you feel good, right? You get like a dopamine hit from that, and that's like satisfying. It just generally feels good to get that energy outside of your body rather than it being stored all throughout your chakras. So the way I think about this, and maybe you guys can take something away from this and use it for yourself, because for me personally it has helped tremendously with negative energy. And I was actually just listening to Gary Vee, and he said something that I noticed, where he just said that he hasn't had he basically said that he hasn't had a separate thought from himself in years, meaning like it's only been his conscious mind speaking to him, not like the depression mindset, none of that worry, angst, none of that. Is simply just Gary. It's just Gary and his consciousness. And that's how I feel at this point, where I really feel like it's strictly just Christian. My name is Christian. So it's strictly just me. It's just my consciousness. It's not my fears. It's not my worries. It's not my anxiety. It's not any of the things that hold me back. So by taking that analogy of a punching bag, you have to think of transmuting that negative energy as you punching that negative energy and transmuting that energy into positive energy, right? So every time you take that energy, that negative energy, and you try to, typically what we do when we're in a depressed state is we watch Netflix, we watch all these YouTube videos, we go on TikTok for hours. We do all these things to just kind of create a state of limbo to momentarily take away the depression or the anxiety or whatever it is, but we actually don't attend to that energy, right? So that energy is just stored within your chakras, just stored within your body. And obviously over time that is really unhealthy for you, and ultimately that's going to lead to you being more ill or more depressed, or just being in a period for much longer, when you really can take this energy and transmute it and turn it around into something more positive and something long term. Okay, so something that kind of helps me when I get anxious or sad or frustrated or angry, is I really try to feel that, right? Like, I don't try to push it away. I don't try to hide it. I let myself be present with that pain or the emotion that I'm feeling, and I like try to visualize this pain turning into something prosperous or just something more positive in general. So like, let's just say if you're trying to start a business, right, and I don't know, you get scammed from your supplier or something, you would take that negative situation, like, this really sucks. That does suck. You're losing money. B, you're losing time, and time is more valuable than money. So you're not doing too good. But you take that negative situation, and then you feel it, you see it, you visualize that negative experience, right? So you picture all that bad stuff that's happening. And then you start visualizing you coming up and rising from that situation and actually creating exactly what you're trying to create. So you see yourself in the end result rather than right now in this angry or depressed state of mind. And by doing that, when you start visualizing the positive outcome, you're taking that negative energy and it's almost like a portal, where that energy is going through this portal into that vision of yourself. So I hope this makes sense. I feel like it does, but it's really, I mean, it's not that difficult to understand. It's more difficult to really like apply this information, and that really just comes down to action, which is why I talk about action so much, because You can talk about all this stuff. You can watch all these videos on YouTube. You can do all these things to help with your depression. But if you're not willing to take action and really apply yourself and really like ground yourself in what you're trying to do, in the sense of trying to become better, then you're just not going to get anything that you want. You have to take action, right? So if you take anything away from this, take action. Take this idea of transmuting negative energy into positive energy by using the analogies that I've expressed, by using the examples that I've given, and apply that to your own life, because we simply all have negative situations that play out in our lives every day, all day long. Like I just walked right into that in my head before I started making this, and that hurt. I'm not gonna lie, that really hurt.
That shit hurting.
But I wasn't paying attention, so that's my fault. So I'm not gonna be upset towards the latter. I'm just gonna be like, well, obviously that happened because I wasn't paying attention. So I mean, obviously I can be upset about it, but why would I be upset for something that I just didn't take enough care or caution in the first place? So that was my fault, and I need to be able to understand that and be able to not react in a negative way, because when you react in a negative way, that's just going to be a ripple effect, okay? Because we simply are just vibration at the end of the day. That's all we are. And this meat suit that we're in, it's like it's a puppet for our conscious mind. Our conscious mind is what drives this body. So it's energy, right? So when you are angry and you're in that depressed state of mind and you're stuck in it for so long, it's because you're sending out these vibrational waves of energy, right? So in that this energy, it just goes way up into the universe or wherever it goes, and eventually that comes back to you, okay? That same energy is going to come right back to you, and you're going to experience this cycle. And that's why when you get into depressed stages, it's so hard to get out, because you just continuously programming your mind to repeat the same state, the same emotions, the same feelings. You stub your toe multiple times. It's because you're programming your mind to continue to be angry, to continue to react in a negative manner, rather than being able to take the situation and just be neutral. Just be neutral. And if anything, just observe the situation. Obviously stubbing your toe isn't the best example for being neutral. More in the sense of a business failure or a relationship failure, or something that just applies the concept of learning and taking the information taking the experience and using that as new information. Just be neutral. Like, don't react in a negative way. Don't let your ego dictate what you're trying to really do, and don't let your ego stop you from achieving your dreams just because you had a little bump in the road. Like, life is not meant to be perfect. Like, you're gonna suffer in life. You have to suffer in life. That's the only reason why people grow and evolve and really become better people is sadly just because you have to suffer in life to really let alone understand life, but to really just experience life. Because I mean, if you're born into all the riches in the world and things just come easy, you're not going to be a person with the layers that give you characteristics of someone who's personable and understandable and loving and kind and empathetic, you know? So really, just overall, you have to take this negative state that you have, and you have to look at it from a different perspective, as if it's something trying to teach you. Or I almost see negative energy as like a brother, in a sense, like kind of like that big brother who's nudging you and being hard on you, but for a good reason, to toughen you up, to be able to really give you the right emotions to build upon yourself, and to take all that negativity and turn it into something more positive. So when you also think about it like that, that kind of gives you more of an intimate relationship with a negative mindset or depression, and to truly understand that, like, it's meant there for a reason. Like, you're going to have these emotions for a reason. That's what they're there for. They're there for to teach you, to guide you, to build upon you, to build your skin, to build your consciousness. It's there for a reason. And if you can take any negative energy and transmute it, like I was using the analogy of punching a punching bag and getting your anger out by becoming successful, by proving people wrong, but more not, I mean, proving people wrong is great, but that's also adding a sense of, I just feel like trying to prove someone wrong, I mean, that's a good driving factor, but I mean, I just don't know if it's the healthiest thing, just because you're adding more levels of emotion to it. Like, oh, if I don't prove this person wrong, then I'm even more of a failure. So almost letting that anger transmute into success is ultimately the best thing, because you're not trying to prove someone else wrong, you're doing it for yourself, right? You're doing it for the long-term vision, and you're doing it for your future family. You're doing it for security, for comfort, for well-being in life. That's what you're doing it for. You're not doing it for somebody else, right? So if you guys understood this, please give me a like, give me a subscribe. It would really help the YouTube algorithm. Got some good content coming out for you guys for euphoric consciousness, and I'm really excited to start doing some giveaways in the near future. I got a lot of cool things planned, like I just said, so keep an eye out for some stuff, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, and remember to transmute that negative energy into positive energy, and you will own this world. All right, guys, peace out.